Good morning out there. Just a quick hello. I've been away for a little while. We had Lillian for about 10, 11 days, I think, and then we have her again in August for a couple weeks. So I'm unplugging when I'm doing that. We had a fantastic time. Oh, we did so many fun things. My flower class was yesterday and it went off without a hitch. And I want to show you, you ever wake up some mornings and you just are so excited about your day? That's me today. I've had a couple of busy days. I drove to the nearest Trader Joe's, which is like an hour 15 away from here, to get all my flowers for my class at 7:30 in the morning so I could get there as the doors open. Little known fact about Trader Joe's is that a lot of florists are shopping there now because you can get your flowers there cheaper than a wholesaler, and the selection is better. And they had garden roses, which I wanted for my class. The theme was English country garden theme of my arrangement. Oh my God, it went off so well. So I got all my flowers there, and I got my snacks with these little mini cans of like lemon elderflower soda and strawberry soda, watermelon soda, just little cute little cans. I put them all in a big bowl of ice. And then they had some really good cookies there. Even my husband, who doesn't really like stuff like that, was like digging these cookies. So I made a little platter of those. So, I just kept that part easy for myself. And because, so I had a couple last minute cancellations, but that worked out perfectly because I had a new person come in and I had 2 tables of 4. So I had 8 people, but then we didn't have an odd man out because I only wanted 4 per table just for the space. And I decided what to do about the cancellations because they were last minute cancellations and they have to confirm so I, know to pick up my flowers. Well, what I decided to do is that I will, if somebody has to cancel at the last minute, I still have the flowers, I still have the vases and the supplies, so I will make their arrangement and bring it to them the next day. So that's how that's going to work. That's sort of a win-win with cancellations. They mix the class, but they still get the arrangement for a nominal fee. Trust me, I'm doing this as a volunteer, so I'm trying to break even, but it's, I'm investing more, which is fine. It's a labor of love, but, so, they're getting a very nice arrangement for a very minimal fee. But, we had such a good time. So I came home and I made my arrangements with my leftover flowers and I want to show one to you, and I'm going to deliver them today. So those people will be surprised that, for their minimal investment, they're getting a really, really nice arrangement. So, my hand went into a cramp. Look at that. Hydrangea. Look at those garden roses. Spray roses, more garden roses, scabiosa, all these really cool greens. I can't say this word, buplurum, I think is how you say it. I love this. But yeah, that's the arrangement. These people, I might show some pictures. Of course, I'll just tell you one story to make your day. There was one woman who was really struggling, but most of them were not. Most of them were just doing such a fantastic job, and they had never done flower arranging. But, look at the quality of these flowers. It's hard to mess up. But, you can mess up. Trust me, I know. I'm good at messing up. So, then you can start over. But we were everybody made their own unique one, and we're using the same flowers, but, it's just so fascinating how everybody's personality comes out different. But this one lady was really struggling. I get it. And she just kept putting more flowers in, thinking that was going to make it better, and then pulling them out and just, all that. And I could see her struggle, and I was helping her quite a bit and encouraging her. And at the end of it, she said, "You're a very patient person." I'm like, "Well, you don't know me very well." But then I was thinking, this is one of the benefits for me personally in terms of my personal growth, is doing these classes, and then it makes me become more patient, So everybody's learning. So she ended up finally landing on her arrangement, but she wasn't getting the colors she wanted. She wasn't getting the pop that she wanted. She just wasn't getting, and it really wasn't working. And so we kept trying different things. And one of her fellow participants handed her like a really deeper, brighter flower that she pulled it out of her arrangement. She goes, "I don't need this in mine, but I think you do in yours." And so that sort of made it start coming together in that like little act of kindness. And so she finally got it. I mean, hers was You cannot believe how many flowers she stuck in this mason jar. I mean, the mason jar opening is pretty small. See that? But I mean, look at what you can get out of it, you guys. I mean, that's big. It's just how you cut them, how you place them. So, but hers was massive. I really don't know how she shoved many flowers in there, but it was massive. But she probably had the most color variation in hers because it was just an explosion of flowers. And I said, what you really ended up creating was this look of somebody who's just wandering out into their garden that's bursting with abundant flowers and grabbing a handful of everything they can find and shoving it in a vase. You have to do some work to get it to look like that, to look nice like that. But it's that feeling, that sort of just random, see that kind of airy kind of vibe, which is kind of the English garden vibe I was going for. And she really did achieve it. So at the end, she was extremely satisfied with her arrangement. I gave her so much kudos for sticking with it. And so at the very end, she tells me that today, so the next day, it's her 80th birthday, and she's having a gathering at her house, and she goes, I'm going to make this the centerpiece of my party tomorrow. And I said, as well you should. And I hope you tell all of your guests that you made something and you learned something new at 80. And I said, and maybe this will turn into a new hobby for you. And because I'm going to do it once a season there. I said, I'm going to come back every season. And so they were all like, when can we do it again? When can we do it again? Because I mean, it was really fun. And they were all bonding. My brother was there. My brother even made an incredible arrangement. I'll put pictures of the ones they made. And they were all different. Once again, I noticed that there are people that just have the gift. And that lady that was struggling noticed the lady that across the table from her had that gift. And I said, you're right, she does. And I said to her, I'm accomplished at this, much more than I was before, but I don't have the gift. I've been taught, and I've taught myself, and I practiced and practiced and practiced to learn how to do this, but I don't have this gift like she does. And she goes, I can see it in her. I said, so can I. So I can recognize the people that have that natural gift with this. So at the end of it, when her husband came to get her, I said something to him about it, like, I hope she does more arranging for you at home because she really is gifted at it. And she was very like, really? You think? And I said, no, you do. I can see it. I can always recognize this particular thing that some people have. I mean, hers was fantastic. Hers was like $120 arrangement. Just the composition, the beauty of it, and it really was. And so then she told me that she was a designer. She goes, I'm an artistic person. I said, yes, you are. And she said, well, I was a designer, my whole life. So I'm like, well, there it is. You have that design eye. That's where it came from. But you do have a natural gift. I mean, first time out of the box that she created that, like, word. Anyway, so that was just some neat little moments that happened with it. People were lingering around. They helped me clean up because there was a Bible study coming in, and all of a sudden I looked at the clock. I'm like, oh my God, we're 2 hours and 15 minutes into this, and they're coming in 15 minutes. So we were scurrying to get out of the room and sweep everything up, and some people stuck around and were still chatting. But and then another woman said she had just moved there 2 weeks before. So she's brand new to the community. She goes, my daughter's going to be very pleased that I got out and did an activity. And she had a fantastic time. And she made a gorgeous arrangement. I said, promise me you'll send her a picture of your arrangement. And so that she can see how, what a beautiful thing that you made. So I said to her, because she has a friend that's in there, which is why she moved there, but her friend's been there for 6 years. And I said, listen, you guys, you could make this into, aside from the stuff we're going to do every season, you could make this into a little hobby where you could take a day trip, drive to Trader Joe's. You can buy flowers of this caliber for very inexpensive. They'll give you a bucket with water in it. Come back, and just the two of you in your house, you can do this again. And their faces lit up like, I hope you stick with it. I hope you learn some techniques that you can take into, just your regular life and start bringing flowers into your life. It was so rewarding. It was so wonderful. And I'm looking forward to doing it again. I'm already dreaming about my fall arrangement, what that'll be, probably involving a pumpkin in some kind of way. But, and I'm going to deliver these this morning. And then I go for my training with my friend. I mean, I just can't wipe the smile off my face because I got up this morning feeling just so full of joy. When you do something you love and you put your energy and your attention into that and then share it with other people, it nourishes you in a way that nothing else will. So I hope you guys are doing great out there. I think I'm going to do a live here coming up soon. Um, yeah, because my hubby's now finally we're alone for the first time in a while, so we're kind of like, who are you? So we're going to hang out together, but he needs to go back up to the other house for one last installation up there. And so I'll be down here and I'll probably go on live and say hi to you guys. So hope everybody's having a great summer, staying cool, and I'll catch up with all of you very soon. Thanks, and enjoy your morning.